My toxic wife used me for money. She taught our daughters to do the same. Then they lost everything. I was not a husband. I was not a father. I was a wallet, a purse, a dog. My wife treated me like I was nothing. She yelled at me. She belittled me. She controlled every penny I earned. She spent my money like water. She bought designer clothes, luxury cars, vacations, and she taught her daughters to do the same. They treated me like a servant. They disrespected me. They laughed at me. For 20 years, I took it. For 20 years, I stayed silent. For 20 years, I gave them everything. And then, one day I stopped. I took everything back. I walked away. And they learned the hard way what happens when you treat someone like a dog. Let me tell you about the woman I married. The woman who treated me like a dog. The woman who taught our daughters to do the same. My name is Robert. I am 52 years old. I live in Chicago, Illinois. I am a successful businessman. I built my company from nothing. I worked hard. I saved money. I invested wisely. I was careful with my money. I was careful with my heart. I was careful with my trust. But I wasn't careful enough. I met her when I was 28 years old. It was a cold December evening. I just closed a big deal. I was celebrating at a bar downtown. She walked in. She was wearing a red dress. It hugged her curves perfectly. Her hair was long and black. Her eyes were green. They sparkled like emeralds. She had a smile that could light up a room. She had a laugh that could make anyone forget their problems. She walked up to the bar. She sat next to me. She ordered a martini. Rough day, she asked. I laughed. Actually, it was a great day. I just closed a huge deal. Congratulations. That calls for a celebration. I'm celebrating alone. Not anymore. I'll join you. Her name was Victoria. She was 26. She was a marketing consultant. She was charming. She was confident. She was everything I had ever wanted. We talked for hours. We talked about everything. We talked about our pasts. We talked about our dreams. We talked about our futures. She told me about her family. Her father was a businessman. Her mother was a socialite. They had money. They had status. They had everything. She said she wanted to find someone who would take care of her, someone who would provide for her, someone who would give her the life she deserved. I wanted to be that person. I wanted to give her everything. I wanted to make her happy. I was a fool. We started dating. We fell in love. We got married 6 months later. I was happy. I was excited. I was in love. Our wedding was beautiful. It was in a church downtown. There were flowers everywhere. White roses, lilies, tulips. They were beautiful. She was beautiful. She wore a white dress. It was long. It was elegant. It was perfect. She walked down the aisle. She was glowing. She was smiling. She was happy. I was standing at the altar. I was nervous. I was excited. I was in love. I said I do. She said I do. We kissed. We hugged. We cried. We walked down the aisle. We walked out of the church. We walked into our future. I thought it was the beginning of a beautiful life. I thought we would be happy forever. I thought we would grow old together. I was wrong. The first red flag. I remember the first red flag. It was a Tuesday. We had been married for 3 months. I came home from work. I was tired. I was exhausted. I had been working 12-hour days. Victoria was sitting on the couch. She was watching TV. She was eating ice cream. She didn't look up when I walked in. "Where's my dinner?" she asked. "What? Where's my dinner? I'm hungry. I didn't know I was supposed to cook. I thought you were cooking. You're the man. You're supposed to provide. You're supposed to take care of me." "I do take care of you. I work 12-hour days to support us. Working is not taking care of me. Taking care of me is cooking for me, cleaning for me, making me happy. I didn't know you wanted me to cook. You should know. You should just know." I went to the kitchen. I cooked dinner. I didn't complain. I didn't argue. I just did it. I thought it was normal. I thought it was love. I thought it was marriage. I was a fool. The second red flag. I remember the second red flag. It was bigger. I ignored it. Victoria started controlling the money. She said she was good with finances. She said she wanted to help. She said she wanted to take care of things. I gave her access to my bank account. I gave her access to my credit cards. I gave her everything. She started spending. A lot. Designer clothes. Luxury cars. Expensive vacations. I came home one day. There were boxes everywhere. Designer clothes. Designer shoes. Designer bags. "Victoria, what is this?" "It's my new wardrobe. I needed some things. This is thousands of dollars of things. I deserve it. I work hard. You don't work. You don't have a job. I have a job. My job is being your wife. My job is taking care of you. My job is making you happy. I'm happy. But I don't need you to spend thousands of dollars on clothes. You don't want me to be happy. I want you to be happy. But I also want us to be responsible. You're being controlling. You're being cheap. You're being selfish. I'm not being controlling. I'm not being cheap. I'm not being selfish. I'm trying to be responsible. If you can't give me what I need, maybe you shouldn't have married me. I didn't think anything of it. She was my wife. She loved me. She would never hurt me. I was a fool. The third red flag. I remember the third red flag. It was huge. I still ignored it. Victoria started treating me like a dog. She snapped her fingers at me. She whistled at me. She commanded me. Fetch me my coffee, she would say. Fetch me my phone. Fetch me my shoes. Fetch me my purse. I did it. I fetched everything. I fetched everything she asked. I remember one day, she was sitting on the couch. She was reading a magazine. She snapped her fingers at me. Fetch me my glass of water, she said. I was standing right next to the kitchen. The water was right there. But she wanted me to fetch it. I didn't think anything of it. I fetched it. I handed it to her. I smiled. Thank you, boy, she said. She called me boy. Like I was a dog. Like I was nothing. I didn't say anything. I didn't argue. I just smiled. I thought it was normal. I thought it was love. I thought it was marriage. I was a fool. The children. We had 3 daughters. They were beautiful. They were perfect. They were everything. But they were just like their mother. They treated me like a dog. They snapped their fingers at me. They commanded me. Daddy, fetch my bag. Daddy, fetch my shoes. Daddy, fetch my phone. Daddy, fetch my money. I gave them everything. I gave them all my money. I gave them all my time. I gave them all my love. They never appreciated it. They never thanked me. They never respected me. I remember one day my youngest daughter came home from school. She threw her backpack on the floor. She sat on the couch. She snapped her fingers at me. Daddy, fetch me a snack, she said. I was in the middle of a work call. I was in the middle of a meeting. But I stopped. I went to the kitchen. I fetched her a snack. I brought it to her. She didn't thank me. She didn't look at me. She just took it. I thought it was normal. I thought it was love. I thought it was family. I was a fool. The 20 years. 20 years went by. 20 years of being treated like a dog. 20 years of being used. 20 years of being abused. I worked 60 hours a week. I built a successful business. I made millions of dollars. And I gave all to them. My wife. My daughters. They took everything. They spent everything. They wasted everything. I had nothing. I was nothing. I was a dog. The realization. I remember the day I realized the truth. It was a Sunday afternoon. I was sitting in the living room. Victoria was yelling at me. My daughters were laughing at me. You're pathetic, Victoria said. You're a loser, my oldest daughter said. You're nothing, my middle daughter said. You're worthless, my youngest daughter said. I sat there. I listened. I said nothing. And then, something inside me snapped. Not into anger. Into clarity. I realized the truth. I was nothing to them. I was just a wallet. Just a purse. Just a source of money. Just a provider. Just a dog. They didn't love me. They didn't respect me. They didn't care about me. They only care about my money. I was done. I was done being used. I was done being exploited. I was done being a fool. I was going to get my revenge. After I realized the truth, I was broken. I was destroyed. I was nothing. But I didn't stay broken. I didn't stay destroyed. I didn't stay nothing. I planned. I started documenting everything. Every expense. Every purchase. Every transaction. Every lie. Every manipulation. I got a filing cabinet. I organized it by date. I organized it by category. I organized it by person. I had a file for Victoria. A file for my daughters. A file for everything. Victoria had spent over $5 million in 20 years. $5 million. Designer clothes. Luxury cars. Expensive vacations. Private schools. Everything. She never saved a penny. She never invested a dime. She never thought about the future. She only thought about herself. I started taking control back. I changed my bank accounts. I changed my credit cards. I changed my passwords. I changed everything. Victoria noticed. She was furious. What are you doing? She screamed. I'm taking control of my money. Our money. It's our money. No, it's my money. I earned it. I worked for it. I made it. You're selfish. You're greedy. You're a monster. I'm not a monster. I'm a man who finally sees the truth. She started crying. She started begging. She started manipulating. Robert, please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. You didn't mean for it to happen? You chose to do it. You made a choice. You chose to use me. You chose to manipulate me. You chose to destroy me. I was wrong. I was stupid. I was selfish. You were evil. You were cruel. You were a monster. Please forgive me. Please give me another chance. I'm not giving you another chance. I'm done with you. I'm done with all of you. The confrontation with Victoria. I confronted Victoria the next day. I sat her down at the kitchen table. I had the filing cabinet with me. I had everything. Victoria, I said, we need to talk. About what? About our marriage. About our future. About everything. What about it? I'm done. I'm done being used. I'm done being abused. I'm done being a fool. You can't leave me. You're nothing without me. I've been nothing with you. I'm going to be something without you. You'll regret this. You'll come crawling back. I won't. I'll never come crawling back. I'd rather die alone than be with you. She started crying. She started begging. She started manipulating. Robert, please. I love you. I need you. I'll change. I'll be better. You've had 20 years to change. You've had 20 years to be better. You haven't changed. You haven't been better. I'll start now. I'll do whatever you want. It's too late. It's been too late for a long time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Your sorry doesn't fix anything. Your sorry doesn't undo what you did. Your sorry doesn't make it okay. I walked away. I never spoke to her again. The confrontation with the daughters. I confronted my daughters next. I sat them down in the living room. They looked nervous. They knew something was wrong. Girls, I said, I need to talk to you. About what? They asked. About your mother. About me. About everything. What about it? I'm done. I'm done being used. I'm done being abused. I'm done being a fool. What are you talking about? Your mother has been using me for 20 years. She's been treating me like a dog. She's been controlling me. She's been manipulating me. And you've been doing the same thing. That's not true. We love you. You don't love me. You love my money. You love my willingness to provide. You love my willingness to give you everything. You're lying. We love you. We really do. If you loved me, you would have respected me. You would have been grateful. You would have appreciated everything I did for you. We did appreciate it. You never said thank you. You never showed gratitude. You just took and took and took. We're sorry. We'll change. We'll be better. It's too late. It's been too late for a long time. Please don't do this. We need you. We need your money. I know you need my money. That's the only reason you're saying this. That's not true. Yes, it is. And I'm done. I'm done being used. I'm done being exploited. I'm done being a fool. They started crying. They started begging. They started manipulating. Please, Daddy. We love you. We need you. We'll change. You've had 20 years to change. You haven't changed. You won't change. You're just like your mother. We're not like her. We're different. You're exactly like her. And I'm done with all of you. I walked away. I never spoke to them again. The divorce. I filed for divorce the next day. I had all the evidence I needed. I had texts. I had photos. I had recordings. I had bank statements. I had everything. Victoria didn't contest it. She couldn't. She knew she had lost. She got nothing. No alimony. No assets. No house. No car. No future. She tried to call me. She tried to beg me. She tried to manipulate me. I didn't answer. I didn't care. She moved to a small apartment. She got a job at a retail store. She is nobody. The daughters fall out. My daughters were furious. They were hysterical. They were desperate. You can't do this to us, they screamed. I can. I am. We're your daughters. You're supposed to take care of us. You're adults. You're supposed to take care of yourselves. We don't know how. You never taught us. That's not my problem. That's your mother's problem. She taught you to be entitled. She taught you to be spoiled. She taught you to be users. We're sorry. We're so sorry. Please give us another chance. I'm not giving you another chance. I'm done with you. I'm done with all of you. They cried. They begged. They manipulated. I didn't believe them. I couldn't believe them. They weren't sorry. They were sorry they got caught. After the divorce was finalized, I felt empty. Not sad. Not guilty. Just empty. I had spent 20 years being used. 20 years being abused. 20 years being a fool. Now it was over. And I didn't know what to do. I sat in my empty house. It was quiet. It was peaceful. It was lonely. I looked around the house. It was big. It was beautiful. It was empty. Victoria had taken everything. The furniture. The paintings. the decorations, everything. I was left with nothing. Just the house. Just the memories. Just the pain. I started therapy. I went to a woman named Dr. Martinez. She was in her 50s. She was kind. She was patient. She was wise. "Tell me about your marriage," she said. It was terrible. She treated me like a dog. She used me for my money. She taught our daughters to do the same. "Why did you stay for so long?" "Because I loved her. Because I thought she loved me. Because I thought marriage was supposed to be hard." Marriage is hard, but it's not supposed to be abusive. It's not supposed to be disrespectful. It's not supposed to be one-sided. I know that now, but I didn't know it then. You do now, and that's what matters. It helped. Slowly. Painfully. It helped. The rebuilding. I started rebuilding my life. I focused on my career. I focused on my future. I focused on myself. I started exercising. I started eating healthy. I started taking care of myself. I started traveling. I went to places I had always wanted to go. Europe, Asia, South America. I started volunteering. I helped at a homeless shelter. I helped at a food bank. I helped at a veterans hospital. I started meeting new people. I made new friends. I built new relationships. I started dating again. It was hard. It was awkward. It was painful. I went on dates. I met women. I talked to them. I laughed with them. But I didn't fall in love. I didn't let myself get close. I was scared. I was terrified. I was broken. I met a woman named Sarah. She was a teacher. She was kind. She was caring. She was patient. She didn't care about my money. She didn't care about my status. She cared about me. "You've been hurt," she said. "I have. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that." "I know. I'm trying to move on." "Good. Because you deserve to be happy." We started dating. Slowly. Carefully. Cautiously. It was different this time. It was better this time. It was real this time. She loved me for who I was. She accepted me. She supported me. She loved me. I was happy. I was fulfilled. I was free. The daughters. My daughters call me sometimes. They wanted money. They wanted help. They wanted forgiveness. I didn't answer. I didn't care. They had made their choices. Now they had to live with them. They had learned the hard way what happens when you treat someone like a dog. One day, my oldest daughter came to my house. She was crying. She was begging. "Daddy, please. I'm sorry. I need help. I'm going to lose my apartment. You should have thought about that before you treated me like a dog. I was wrong. I was stupid. I was selfish. You were a monster. You were a monster, just like your mother. Please, Daddy. I'm begging you. I have nothing. I have no one. I need help. I'm not giving you another chance. I'm done with you. I'm done with all of you. You're cruel. You're cold. You're heartless. I learned from the best. I learned from you." She left. She never came back. The final lesson. If you're watching this and you're being treated like a dog, I want you to know something. You're not a dog. You are a person. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be treated with dignity. I was treated like a dog for 20 years. 20 years of being used. 20 years of being abused. 20 years of being a fool. But I didn't stay a fool. I didn't stay a dog. I didn't stay nothing. I became something. I became someone. I became free. You can too. Not because they apologize. Not because they change. Not because they come back. Because you walk away. Because you take control. Because you find your self-respect. I did. You can too. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to his Reddit Tales for more stories of survival, betrayal, and sweet revenge. And remember, you're not a dog. You are not a purse. You are not an ATM. You are a person. You deserve to be treated like one. Never forget that.